Hey, welcome to MMOplay.com's first look at Requiem Online. This is a horror fantasy game that has got a really awesome style to it. I've been really enjoying exploring the game, and I want to share what I've found with you. So we're going to start by creating a new character, and as you can see from the characters I've already created, they have a really awesome style to them, and the theme of blood is regularly available for you to enjoy. Here are the 4 different races that are available, and I'm going to show you both the male and female versions. I've kind of liked this Xena look for the male and females. I think they have a really neat feel to them. And these little guys are kind of cool. They remind me of like little aliens. So I'm going to pick... I think I'm going to go with those little alien dudes. And you're going to get a couple choices for look. And you can see that you can have a few different appearances. And a few different hairstyles to pick from. Finally, you have 2 class choices per race. And I guess there's a hunter and battle magician for the Zenoa. And as you go, you can actually convert your jobs into another job. So this basically a advanced class you can pick down the road. And I'm not going to look through all this, but you can see there's a really cool skill tree system in place. And that is really the heart of making a character in Requiem Online. Now when you go to make your character, you gotta remember to do one thing in Requiem Online. That's to set your passcode. Basically the passcode is some kind of anti-hacking feature. And I find it's a little bit annoying because you have to run around and almost play a minigame to get into the game. So when I go to start the character, I gotta put my passcode in. This protects your stuff, but I think it's a little bit overkill. In the long run. So when you get in game, the first thing you're going to be asked if you want to do a training scenario, and I would definitely recommend doing that. It definitely gives you some things to look at right away and get a really good feel for the game. Showing me the basic move commands, which is fine. And here we are. I kind of like the look of this little battle magician class. I'm going to talk to this girl, and she's going to give me a few things to do to show me the interface. So I got to make sure I click on the mission system and bring up the quick view. Once I've done that, I can continue and see some of the mobs in the game. Now these mobs are really awesome looking. I think these are some of the coolest mobs I've seen in MMO in ages. I really love the theme of the game. I really love this horror blood gore system. And you'll see that there's plenty of blood, and the characters, the NPCs get decapitated and explode and all kinds of awesome bloodiness. There we go. A little bit of craziness there. I'm gonna kill another one here. So the physics makes the game have a really cool experience. You don't see this in a lot of other games. The blood and the decapitation. So there we go. And he'll sit there and writhe on the floor until he's dead. I'm gonna come over here and talk to a guy who's gonna give me some stuff to continue the training. I'm gonna be able to pick a weapon here. Oddly enough, this weapon is a level 5 weapon. I'm only level 1, so I think they're trying to give you something to look forward to as your first weapon, and you gotta work towards it. I'm gonna pick this bludgeon. Hey, I picked the bludgeon. There we go. What's gonna happen from here is I'm gonna be able to pick a skill. It's gonna be lightning chill sash. And continue. And now he's gonna show me my inventory system. From what he's basically gonna have me do from here is go into the next area and find a blacksmith, and I'm gonna be able to basically improve the characters or the weapon by dropping it in there. So this bludgeon I picked up can be modified by a simple basic Xeon. When you hit OK, it gives you a set of cards. It's kind of a chance-based thing to see if you actually succeeded. As you can see, I succeeded in getting the weapon upgraded, but I guess you can fail at it. So now that my weapon's a little bit better and I get that part of the game, I'm supposed to come over here and kill a mob and demonstrate the loot feature. And this Battle Magician class is actually pretty powerful. A couple other classes I've had haven't killed the mobs quite this fast. And I can show you this chill slash ability. And blood and gore everywhere, it's awesome. And writhing. I particularly like the writhing. The death throes. So here we head out into the world again. And I'm going to do a really quick quest to show you the quest system in place. And then take a ride on their world transport system. So the first step is I'm going to talk to this Temperion Master. Oh, there's some different outfits here that I can put on like that. So style is definitely a big part of this game. If you like to look cool and dress your character up and develop your character's abilities, it's definitely the game for you. And I gotta just get through this to get to the quest I want. Alright, so I'm supposed to go outside and kill a few mobs out here. You do get a 7-day mount as a new character, and each race I think gets a different one. But this is a really awesome looking mount. I've seen the one that looks like a skeleton salamander, and so on. So since this is only a 7-day item, I imagine you're gonna be able to pick them back up in the item shop and get back out there. So I can't dismount. There we go. Yeah, these monsters are really awesome. I really like the look of these. All of them I think are really awesome. I want to show you a little fairy looking thing that's got a really cool look to it. Other than that, you know, typical MMO fighting, auto attack, and you can do auto loot. Here, one of these little guys looks really cool. So, I'd say the biggest thing is, as cool as the monsters look, and the environment looks pretty cool, I wish they could have done a little bit more in the detail in the environment. It starts to feel a little bit too much of a open world environment, where you kind of lose, I think, a little bit of the horror feel out here. I think they could have done a better job with that. But other than that, I think that everything's looking really cool in this game. So now I can take a ride on a winged rider, and I will show you their world transport system. I like this little biplane. It's got a very cool feel to it, a cool look to it. Again, overall, like a horror steampunk is definitely where this is kind of going. It seems like after the initial quests, which there are quite a few in the opening area, the game starts to kind of draw away from building story and just focus on the grinding and kind of collection quests. And that's not really unusual for Korean MMOs. It is a bit unfortunate with such a cool theme and a cool story background that they couldn't take it further. The other highlights to look forward to is there's a nighttime monster zone. Well, not really zone, but a monster time zone, I guess you could say, where some really hard monsters come out that require group efforts to take down. And when you do those, you can collect body parts called Possession Beast items, parts of Possession Beast, and that will basically give you a transformation you can do when you have enough of them, and that's supposed to be some of the more interesting parts of developing your character. This world is also PvP available. I'm not sure when it happens, but so there's PvP worlds, there's battlefields, as you can see here, and there obviously is an item shop with all kinds of stuff. And overall, I think this is a really cool MMO. I will be playing it more and exploring the world. I really want to see more of the monsters out there, more of the style out there, and just alone on that, for me, this is really a really cool MMO for that. You don't see a lot of games that look like this, and it's definitely deserves to stand out for that. Thanks a lot for joining us on checking out MMO Play's first look on Requiem Online, and see you soon.